and welcome to the M60RV podcast, Under the Awning, with your host, Matt Moody, the RV Whisperer, and I'm Jeff, Mr. Cameraman, and we're very new to this. I gotta add you. There we go. Who do you feed? Oh, there you go. Hey, you joined the space. All right. Making progress. Co-host.
Alrighty.
That is weird. Okay. So, Scott,
Yes.
how do you like podcasting so far?
Well, I'll tell you, for just first trying it out, we're learning. We just got the headphones connected.
Yeah.
Thanks to my stepson, which I'll get to hear about when I get home, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. All right. So, can you tell us about our friend?
Well, this is our friend.
This is the elephant in the room.
Yes, the elephant in the room.
There's always an elephant in the room.
There's an elephant everywhere. But the nice thing is, if you take it out underneath the awning,
Yeah.
it's more relaxed.
That's true. Yes, it's true. He's recently lost his employment.
He has that for you. Don't know our background story. Jeffrey and I came from a place. It's right here. They gave us a shirt. They purchased this. We were told by the RV about 4 years ago, and we left there. Jeffrey left first. I stayed for a little bit longer. Ivan also left, who owns this place, for those of you who don't know that. So Ivan left, I stayed. I guess what we found out is that we didn't like corporations.
Corporate people.
I mean, to be honest,
the mindset of the family-run business and common sense. Okay, I wasn't going to really talk about just. That's the elephant in the room. There he is.
So I guess and what we mostly found out is they didn't like us either, or at least me. So they asked me to leave, and I just didn't go back.
They cried when I left, but
yes.
Tell us why the podcast is called Under the Awning.
Well, one day we were coming up here when you guys first opened. I don't know if you remember, but I came up here, and when Ivan had started this place, there was about 4 or 5 trailers, I think. They weren't even ours. But anyway, I was sitting here and I was thinking one day, you know, there's a lot of, I remember when I was a younger kid going camping and with my grandfather, and we were under the awning. So I guess I'll tell you the little story here, which I'm sure you're excited to hear.
As long as it's not too spicy.
No, it's not.
We're going to try and keep the non-spicy filter on.
So anyway, here I am as a young child, right? And one thing I'll tell you too is, my grandfather had a Suburban. I don't know if you remember the Suburbans. This was before there was small vehicles, okay? So there was, you could seat, I think, 50 people. And there was only 3 of us. Well, anyway, he had to back it into this little alley. It was a little Airstream trailer. So anyway, we took that out. We went camping. And as we're out camping, Grandpa says, hey, do you want to go fishing? So, of course, I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, let's go fishing. So we went fishing. We were down there for a little bit. And as far as I remember, we caught probably the Loch Ness Monster. So it was probably this big. So anyway, after we left there, we came back. We went back to the trailer. My grandfather cleaned it up. We cooked it up. It ended up being, a whole fillet, which we split off that Loch Ness Monster. It was probably about that big. So just a little fishing story to throw in. So anyway, we came back and we decided to go out. And we were just sitting there. It was just my grandfather and I camping, just out in the middle of nowhere, talking. We decided to go on a hike. So we go on this hike, right? So we're out for a little bit. We get lost for a while. And I remember at one point my grandfather sits down on this log out in this woods. So I'm like, hey, Grandpa, You think we should go back to the trailer and the campsite? He said, yeah, we should, but I'm not sure how we got where we're at. So anyway, we went around the woods anyway. Somehow we ended up back in the campsite. The last thing he said to me was, "Hey, just don't tell your mom and grandma. We were just out hiking." Like, okay. But anyway, taking that long story and making it short is the fact that we did that underneath an awning when we were camping. So here it is, some 50 years later, and I still remember that time underneath the awning. Mm-hmm. Just places you can talk. You don't. It was before the internet, obviously. Then,
yes.
So, but it's just a nice little thing underneath the awning. It's a place that you can get away, take your family out, talk underneath the campfire. You don't have to be connected to a phone. Just sit underneath the awning and talk. And you know what? Maybe you and your family, 50 years later, you'll still have that memory.
Yeah.
So, did you have any?
Yeah, my grandma took me camping 1 week every year in the summer, and I thought it was great, but I didn't realize until later that it was really for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I said to them for a week. So she picked me up and buy me new shoes, new fishing lures, and then we would be in a camper, like a little, probably, it was a bunkhouse. She slept in the dinette, And then a friend of hers' grandson also stayed with us. And we'd shoot BB guns in it, and we'd play on the river. It was just wonderful. It was a really good time.
Oh, yeah. That's something you still remember, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. I probably did that 5, 6, maybe 10 years in a row. Hang on, I got a customer. Yes. Hi.
So being a live show and not a very big budget. In fact, the budget was Jeff brought hot dogs. I decided to show up.
I snuck them out of the house. Yes. Don't tell the missus.
So we have customers every now and again, which is nice. So, but back to what you were talking about. I mean, those are all these years later. You still remember that, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that was with your grandmother.
She had a different friends that would come out that were her age. Mildred Cummings, I remember her. She was hysterical. And she had a boyfriend that was from Poland. He wanted to know, do you love the Lone Ranger? I'm like, I love the Lone Ranger.
Who can't?
I was fond of the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Actually, I spent some time in the hospital. I donated a kidney to my brother back in the 90s.
Wow.
And I got a letter in the mail that was proposing marriage. I was single back then. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Jeff, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know who this is. And it was long and flowery. And I actually got interviewed on the news about the surgery and everything. And they asked, well, what are you going to do about that? I was like, I'm not pursuing this. Found out later it was Mildred Cummings. And she thought it'd be funny to do.
See, there's a thing that started underneath the awning. Right?
That started underneath the awning.
Talk about true. I still remember that my grandparents had that old Airstream, like 26 foot maybe. They had a U-shaped dining, which I used to sleep in as a kid, right? So back when we were working at Total Value, customer traded in. It was that time. It was in 2010, I think, or something, right? Well, I walked in to look in it to check it out. It was the same exact floor plan that my grandparents had. U-shaped dining in the front, twin beds in the back. So it brought back a lot of memories, but that's part of being underneath the awning. So it's just, that's why I thought it would be great, because so many memories come from not only they start the awning, but then you have a marriage proposal later on, which you met your future bride underneath the awning. Well, yes, you did get married.
No, I didn't marry Mildred. She was about 60 years my senior.
But it's a great memory. Here it is all these years later.
She had the moxie, let me tell you.
We're still talking about it. So to answer your question, that's how I came up with Underneath the Awning. I just think there's a lot of great memories, a lot of places that you have smiles, things you'll talk about for years and years to come. And a nice thing too, when Ivan came out and started this place, M60,
Mm-hmm.
we're checking the camera then too.
I'm just making sure it's still running.
But that was one of the nice things that we found coming from the corporation. The fact that the family event kept taking out. There was customers that came back numerous times. We got pictures from them when they were out in the Rockies. They were out in Vegas. They were out west. They were out east of the Rocky Mountains, up in Canada. All my stuff is underneath the awning. The nice thing is that everything I sell here has an awning. And see, there's Matthew. How many places can you go to that the finance manager will come out and say hello to a customer?
Sure.
That was Matthew there. So it's just a small town place. But the nice thing is that we could eventually get listers, which right now we don't have any. So,
yeah, we could take questions.
We can take questions. We can talk to you about different things in the RV industry. We carry some different brands here too as well. We hope to bring in different people throughout time that are in the industry. We're in the RV capital of the world. And the nice thing about here in M60 RV is anybody that, if you're an RVer that builds it, has a part for it, is a manufacturer for it, we go to lunch with those people. We're right here. We're in the RV capital of the world. I mean, any place that gets further from here, we hope that you all are out there having great times underneath the awning. But the great thing about here at M60 RV is buy them where they're built. They're built right here. And we're a small family. And we want you to join our family, all you people out there. Without Tour About RV, I wouldn't have met Jeffrey here. Okay? The elephant was from a family member, but I wouldn't have had this shirt if I hadn't underneath the awning. Okay? So there's just beautiful things out there, and we hope to talk to people about. Tell us your story underneath the awning. Tell us a story with your kids. I mean, I remember we went on camping with our grandkids. It was something they might not remember, but it was just a great memory. Everybody was there. We went fishing. We didn't catch anything, but we were still there. We dug some holes in the beach. We tried to see how deep it could go. And then we refilled it. I'm not real sure why we did it all, but those are memories. And that's great things. And that's what we want to have. And we want to hear from you guys out there that are camping underneath the awning. What's some of your thoughts? We also do have to mention while we're here, we do have a sponsor.
We do?
Well, they don't pay us anything, but they gave me this shirt.
Oh, yeah. Sponsored by.
Sponsored by M60 RV and Jones, Michigan. The great outdoors for less. So, hey, everybody's got to make money on everything. Everybody's got to do something. We got to turn these beautiful lights on. We got to turn that camera on. Jeff's got to be able to get hot dogs here.
And then sneak them out of the house. The thing is, Jones is a small town, and they have a Dollar General store like 3 minutes away. Except they don't carry real expensive hot dogs. And someone complained. So I thought I'll bring in some of my good hot dogs. And I didn't really run that past the wife.
Yeah.
I just brought it in.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's all kinds of good things I can just see. Son Connor texted in. So we have some echoes out there. Echoes of the past, I guess.
Echoes?
That's what he says. It says it's not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
Hey, I'll take that.
Well, I mean, I took everything from him before we left and said I had to say that. But
Let's invite Elon Musk.
you think he'll come?
He's always on Twitter all day.
So we invited Elon. I'm sure he'll join in.
Sorry, Jeff, I'm really busy saving the world and making humanity a multi-planet species.
Jeff, it's not Twitter anymore.
Oh, sorry, it's X.
Yeah. How could Elon not want to jump in on this? I mean, we're mentioning it.
Sorry, my bad, Elon. It's X.
So anyway, this was our first show.
Yep.
First something, we're going to try and do it once a week if we can. We'll put it on our other social media places.
Yep. As long as I can get the sound file, match it up, make sure everything sounds good, because otherwise you couldn't hear the people that are asking questions, which I hope happens really soon.
So if we had to put it on like a chance scale and there was Slim and none, so Slim's gone ahead and left.
The chance of people talking to us?
Like a lot of times I heard people say, you know, when I'm talking about things, they say, well, your chances of getting it done are slim to none.
Slim and none, and Slim jumps up, walks out the door. Yeah. No, Scott, I think we have a good chance.
I think we do.
I think we have a very good chance. So, thanks for watching, checking it out.
Well, nobody's watching
And,
right now.
In the future, they may. Okay, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I don't think I'll have this video made by the time Thanksgiving comes around, but maybe next week, next year.
That's when it was live.
It was live on Thanksgiving Eve.
So I mean, if people want to put it like in their record books, it'd be Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes, indeed.
When Under the Awning started.
That's right.
So folks, get out there underneath your awning. Come up with some stories.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
And call us at 269-707-9220. You can also text us anytime. Someone will text you back. If you're just lonely, or if you have questions about RVs, or something, a video you saw, something you saw on our website, we'd love to help you find the great outdoors for less. That's why we're here. All right. So
Elon, I guess if you come in later, we went ahead and left. We'll look for you next time.
okay. Bye.
See ya.